Okay, I admit it. I like eating sweets, which I think that's pretty evident. I'm getting away from them, but I still will have my candy bar every now and then. Um, so I'm going to have a candy bar. You know, originally I was going to get a Clark bar, but as I was reading the ingredients on the wrapper, I couldn't be sure they weren't plagiarized. Peace, family. This is Iyapo, and this is Iyapo Yapa. Uh, Look here, if you aren't pissed off, you just are not paying attention, which I don't call that because then it'd be like Iyapo, you know what I mean. It's Iyapo Yapa. This one is not going to be long, but it's about the Clark, formerly known as Sheriff. I I listened to the True Royal Family giving them that work. Listen to Lisa Cabrera's share. I've been listening to a bunch of different shares, and it's not so much that I have to get a piece as much as it is as I watched this and I listened to it and I'm watching all of this unfold. I'm thinking, this reminds me of something. It sounds like I'm joking around, and but I'm only like half kidding. This really was reminding me of something. I was like, what does this remind me of? And then finally I said, you know what? I got it. Now, this is how he feels about us as a black man.
I'm a soldier, Peterson. And the kind of colored man that don't like lazy, shiftless Negroes.
And this is what happened to him. And it's happening now.
White boy. All starts to stiff. Want everybody to learn that symphony shit. And that's what you're saying in France. And you know, I listen to it. I'm all right now? Am I?
Look, you better straighten up and salute an officer when you see one, or I'll take your fucking stripes, boy. That's better.
Ah!
Well, look at the nigger. Now, you come to attention right now, and that is an order.
I ain't doing nothing white folks say do. No.
Well, I'll teach you.
Leave him alone, the man's drunk.
Look, I want the nigger to do it like I tell him. Now you do it.
No.
No, well, I'll teach you to do it. God damn it.
All is mine, y'all. Look what it's done to me. I hate myself.
Yeah, well, don't blame me. God's the one who made you black, not me, boy.
My daddy said, don't talk like this. Talk like that. Don't say, say, here. I even killed for you.
And finally, now I'm not saying it's going to come to this, but figuratively, not literally. Literally means something actually happened. Figuratively means that it's metaphoric. It's So anyway, I'm talking too much. This is what. Oh God. This is what figuratively is happening to him, or is going to be the end of this thing.
Still hate you. They still hate you.
And so figuratively, that's what happened. I mean, it literally happened in the movie, but figuratively, when it comes to the former sheriff, this is where this is headed. And the tragedy of it is that just as in this movie, the movie, by the way, is called A Soldier's Story. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the end of this. I didn't mean for it to turn to a movie review, but I do want to say a few words about the movie from which those clips are taken. But when it comes to the former Sheriff Clark, after all that he's done and after all the indoctrination that he has had about the way that he would be treated and how he would be respected and so on, he finally found out they still hate you. They still hate you. And when it comes to this hatred that our people deal with, the problem is that a lot of us think that we can overcome this hatred, but with love, with reasoning, but the problem is that it's not only a visceral hatred, but there's a specific word I'm looking for, but it's groundless, it's unfounded. You know, there's absolutely no reason for the type of hatred that they feel for us. The word will come to me when I'm not trying to think about it. But when a person has it's an irrational hatred, almost a phobia when it comes to us. And this is what also causes their obsession with us, is we never did anything to them. There's nothing that we've ever done to cause this type of hatred. This is one of the things that black people need to get out of and to understand. We didn't do anything to bring this hatred down upon ourselves from white people. It's just an irrational hate, and since it's irrational, it can't be reasoned with. You can't talk it out. You can't love it out. You can't, because there's no rationale for it. So you can't approach it intellectually. You can't even approach it spiritually. There's no way that you can approach this because it's just irrational, and it's without any foundation. It just is. It just is. And that doesn't mean that we have to hate them back. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means that we need to understand. We need to understand and finally get it through our thick noggins that this isn't something that we can talk through. This isn't something that we can love through. This isn't something we can sex through. Can't do it. It cannot be done. And just as we saw in those movie clips, sure, it's a movie, but it has a lot of reality to it. Okay, I'm going to give a short review of the movie. Actually, the movie's called A Soldier's Story. It's based upon a play called, aptly enough, A Soldier's Play. And this movie, I can't remember the year it was made, to be honest, but this is one of Denzel Washington's first roles. And there's almost a who's who of young black actors who are in there. Howard Rollins is in that. You'll remember him from, what's the TV series? Oh, brother, I'm just not remembering anything right now. It'll come to me when I'm not in the heat of the night. That's how it goes. That's how it goes when you get older. But you'll remember him from In the Heat of the Night, Howard Rollins. The late Adolph Caesar is the sergeant. That's a heck of a name for a brother. Adolf Caesar. But he played the sergeant. David Allen Greer is also in the movie. Robert Townsend in one of his first roles. You'll see a lot of familiar faces. One of the things that I really like about this movie is that it has like various characters who are archetypes of people in our community. They're not caricatures. They're not stereotypes. They're archetypes of our people. And the story is compelling. There's no white savior in the movie. And I really like that. Even though there are white people in the movie, I mean, there's white people in the world, you know. But if you haven't seen this movie, it's called A Soldier Story. Please, by all means, see this movie. You'll truly enjoy it, I believe. It's a very compelling story. And again, you'll get to see a lot of actors who you're familiar with today in like their first movie roles, and some of them their first starring roles. So that's about it. Sure do love your family, and I don't know if I'm going to do another share today. I may, but I just want to tell you peace, and I love you.